I'd like to call to order the November 22nd meeting of the Code Enforcement and Nuisance Board here at the City Hall Commission Chambers. First, we will have a roll call.
Deere.
Yes.
Dearbone.
Yes.
Holman.
Yes.
LaPointe.
Yes.
Harmon.
Yes.
All right, now we will have an approval of our minutes from the October 25th meeting. I will entertain any comments or a motion to approve.
Second.
LaPointe and Deere, roll call.
Deere.
Yes.
Dearbone.
Yes.
Holman.
Yes.
LaPointe.
Yes.
Harmon.
Yes.
All right, now if the staff will stand up and I will swear you in. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, thank you so much. We will move on to our hearing agenda. The first case we have is an appeal, case number 1, case number 2022-4474, citation 2022-8539.10, 910 Shawnee Way, owner respondent Joy Cunningham, officer Jared Poteet. And we have no respondents, so that one will stand as committed. So, moving on, out of that, we have no old business. So, new business, case number 3, case 2022-0435, 1541 North Sunrise Drive, owner F.O. Huffman, officer Heather Lashley, and this is a request for per-day fine authorization.
Good evening, everybody. This case was the result of roaming on February 1st, 2022. During the inspection, the following violations were documented: junk, scrap metal, accumulation of construction, demolition, or landscaping debris, exterior use or storage of indoor furniture, scattering garbage, tires, parking in yards, and unlicensed inoperable motor vehicle. Citations were issued for the property on March 18th, 2022, March 29th, 2022, and April 11th, 2022. During the June Code Enforcement and Nuisance Board hearing, a request was approved for a per-day fine for this property, and a $100 per-day fine citation was issued on July 18th, 2022. The citation was posted on the property and sent first class and certified mail to the PVA listed owner and address. And as you see on the screen, here are the pictures from the day the per-day fine citation was issued on July the 18th. You'll see the inoperable vehicles and the rubbish and the garbage and the junk and the furniture and tires, parking in yards, all of that going on there, landscape debris. And of course, you'll see that the van and the fence in the previous picture, of course, we knew that he was also encroaching on the Life Skills property in the back, so that's what that picture shows there. Okay, the 60-day period has now elapsed and the property remains in violation. I'm requesting authorization to issue a second per-day fine citation. And then on the screen right now, you'll see pictures that I took today, the current state of the property, the current pictures, and you'll see the inoperable vehicles, the tires, the junk, the furniture, the rubbish, everything still remains there as it is and as it has been. But I actually took those this morning. And then, of course, on the back of the property, you'll see tires and the inoperable vehicles there and the rubbish and such. But the property, his property also still remains on Life Skills property in the back too, so. And this just, the case has been open for 292 days and remains in violation.
I make a motion that we authorize issuance of per-day fine citation in the amount of $100 to run for a period of 60 days. Oh, I'm sorry.
Do we have an option to bump this up to like a 200-day or $200 fine? No, nothing. Okay. I don't think it's going to make a difference either way. I think the first time
To my knowledge, the only way that you could enhance penalties would be to deem this person a repeat offender, and at which point you could then enhance those penalties to be $2,400 a citation. But even then, I mean, this would be $6,000 over a period of 60 days, so.
Well, the only reason why I ask is that we've already done this once. I figured maybe if we bumped it up, it would scare him into thinking it's gonna get worse instead of just being the same.
And at this point, it might not necessarily be getting their attention as much as it is tipping the scales to where the city can file a foreclosure action towards the property and kind of move in that direction. So kind of loading things up in order to move things that direction and not necessarily get the attention of the property owner, since I'm not sure we're going to get voluntary compliance from them.
So where are we with fines at this point in time?
As of right now, we are at $8,713.79, and that does include unpaid property taxes from 2020, 2021, and 2022, as well as code violation fees all the way back to 2012. There was $111, 2016 was $1,000, and then the rest in 2022, which were the 4 citations and the per day fine citation. So,
And a repeat offender?
he has not.
How? Because he
would ha-
qualifies, doesn't he?
Say again?
He does qualify, doesn't he?
Yes, because if he's had, because the per day fine citation would be his 4th citation this year, so that would put him in that category, and then having the rest remain unpaid. So theoretically, yes, we could deem him a repeat offender.
So if we looked into doing that, what would we need to do for today? Would we still need to go ahead and pass this and then bring it back before the board to make him repeat, or?
Yes,
would we-
because
okay.
he does not have an ability to appeal the authorization of this fine. Once we issue the fine, just like any other citation, he has 7 days to appeal it. Repeat offender designation, the code states that he has to have 7 days' notice by certified mail to show here and present his side of the story to not be a repeat offender. So we would have to provide him that notice in order to be present at the hearing.
So go ahead and do this, and then he can be brought forth
That's the
later.
board's recommendation. We can certainly write that up for the next hearing.
Okay.
So you said a couple of vehicles aren't on this property, they're on an adjacent property, right?
There is a white van and a gold car that are actually on Life Skills property, 1500 Parkside Drive. He put up a fence, you'll see that fence there in the picture, that's actually on Life Skills property. The vehicles are, there are tires back there and a lot of junk, but he initially told us that he had an easement back there, and of course we did some research and he doesn't have an easement. He was on Life Skills property, so. And they're aware, and they're working toward hopefully getting those vehicles gone from there soon and getting all of that cleaned up.
They're not getting cited, are they?
No.
And it would be at their expense in order to get the vehicles and stuff moved? Okay.
Davenport, I'm not sure if you have any input or if you're aware of this, but Mr. Broderick did a motion for default judgment on that property on behalf of Life Skills because he represents Life Skills in this matter. So we have not issued fines or citations against them because they're taking actions to try to remedy the problem, and they didn't create the problem. So that motion was entered in, I think, I don't know whose court it was, but that default judgment has I guess now that the time has elapsed, the judge gave 10 days, and he was served by the sheriff's office, said you have 10 days to remove all this stuff from this other person's property. If you don't, we'll consider it abandoned property, and then they can do whatever they want with it. That time has now elapsed, and so we were talking even with Mr. Broderick earlier today about their options for removing things from their property, but it's a private property matter at that point. It's nothing the city would be involved in, so. And we're trying to avoid issuing fines, but we need it gone, so.
Y'all, the status of that, it sounds like that process is going really,
Hopefully.
All right, well, sounds like we got one part of the puzzle to do in order to take care of the rest of it. So, Randy, I know you had initially
Yeah,
started.
it's-
So,
I make the motion to authorize issuance of a per-day fine, citation amount of $100 to run for a period of 60 days or until in compliance.
second, Deere and Deerbone. Roll call.
Deere,
Yes.
Deerbone,
Yes.
Holman,
Yes.
LaPointe.
Yes.
Harmon.
Yes.
All right, now we're already at the comments and announcements portion of the event. This rarely never happens. I'm almost scared. So generally in December we don't have a meeting. We usually vote to not have a meeting, but that is still something that the board has to vote on. If we don't have a meeting in December, then we will meet. Our first meeting of the new year will be January 24th. So, what is the pleasure of the board?
Well, I make a motion that we cancel the December the 27th meeting and then reconvene on January the 24th, 2023.
All right, Deere, LaPointe, roll call.
Deere,
Yes.
Deerbone,
Yes.
Holman,
Yes.
LaPointe.
Yes.
Harmon.
Yes.
All right, now I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Can I say one thing real quick
Absolutely, go
first?
for it. We got time.
Just real quick. Probably as most of you know, past city manager Chuck Coates passed away the last few days. This board and this code of ordinances came into effect while he was city manager. So I think he deserves a lot of respect and responsibility for getting this program off to a good start, hiring good staff, and this has been a good program for several years. I just wanted to mention that, to have everybody, put their thoughts and prayers into the Coates family, because he had a lot of responsibility for getting this program started.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have any other announcements or comments? If not, this meeting is adjourned.
Need a motion
Oh,
and a
sorry,
second.
I need a, my bad. Again, this doesn't happen so often. I don't know what to do.
He got excited.
I got excited, okay. So who,
Motion.
LaPointe and, or did you, who made you made the motion?
Oh, second.
Okay. I'm all out of it. Who did what?
I believe it was Deere that made the motion and LaPointe the
Okay,
second.
okay, so all those in favor of adjourning, voting sign of aye. Oh, no, I'm another meeting, sorry, roll call, please.
Deere,
Yes.
Deerbone,
Yes,
Holman,
Yes.
LaPointe. Harmon.
Yes.
we are now adjourned. Can you tell I've been at 2?